You,
Well, before we even got started, there's a Pokemon we both need to catch.
you're on Mecha Warrior, by the way.
I...
Your,
What?
your game is listed as Mecha Warrior.
This is why I fucking hate the Stream Elements thing. Because I had it set to the trial game, but I'll never understand Mecha Warrior because I had a whole thing and they had me do it through the... I swear to God, it's not like anything can go right. Alright. I just have so many questions.
Shit happens.
Yeah.
Stuff happens.
Yeah.
Try not to beat yourself up over it.
Yeah, well, hopefully we'll catch this Pokemon. And maybe this egg will actually be something good this time, because I was still mad about that last one.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
It wasn't even just the fact it was a bad Pokemon. It was a bad Pokemon I don't like. And I know, that makes it sound mean, but I'm not a fan of bug Pokemon, to be honest. Like, there's only, like, what, 3 I genuinely like?
I got a couple of eggs, and I can't do anything with them quite yet.
One of them says I have to literally battle in rank. Do people even play ranked on this thing? I tried
Yes,
before.
they do.
Really? Because I tried so many times that I couldn't get anything done.
Yeah, I have a battle rank one. I have trade 5 fire, water, or grass type.
At the very least, I just need to catch 3 more Pokemon for one of them. A battle egg and a dragon egg. Well, other than that chaos, welcome in everybody in chat. Welcome in. My name is George Yazura. I am the dragon sorcerer. I am a master of arcane magic. And with me today is my assistant, wife. Basically has to keep me from setting people on fire, Rena Aeon.
You do have a problem with that.
Look, to be fair, a lot of them have attacked me first, remember? I mean, what would you rather I do? I used all my other spells, which would make their deaths more drawn out, instead of instant disintegration?
I wish that you wouldn't do any of that.
I mean, I gotta defend myself somehow.
There's other ways to defend yourself.
I tried your earthquake idea. I damn near tore down half a city, so...
Went too hard, gotta pull back.
That was my weakest earthquake I could do. Well, maybe I should try something else. But if they swing a sword at me or pull out any kind of weapon on me, I have free reign, okay?
You don't have to kill somebody if somebody throws a sword at you either.
What do you want me to do then?
I mean, you can fight without killing people.
That would have to have me unlearn a lot of what I've learned when it comes to magic, which is basically don't play with your food in a way, if you know what I mean.
Or you can just, only, fight them until they go down.
So remove the air out of their lungs?
That's gonna kill them.
Okay, raise their blood pressure so they pass out.
I mean, you gotta... That seems a little bit cruel. I think you just need to go to get retrained.
Well, what'd you expect? A lot of my training was in support magic, and then, again, Dragon gave me there.
Control yourself.
Celtro, what do you want? If it's a hot dog, it's still on the grill.
Better not be my head wings.
Nah, I'm about to eat them.
Butter brownie cake?
Really? I mean, it sounds
Don't you-
good.
I'm pretty sure you have ice cream in your freezer that's like...
God damn it! And I thought the BBBD joke was bad. Please never use food again. I legitimately was thinking about that one time someone made that very cake. And they fucked it up.
Yeah, I'm good.
I'm not even joking, Rena. When they really fucked it up, they actually managed to burn the butter.
I mean, yeah, if you're not paying attention, you can burn better.
Yeah.
Stelter has burned rice before.
That wouldn't surprise me. I'd see somebody actually mix up stock with chicken fat. Not chicken fat.
Stelter has burned butter too. He's very impatient, bless you.
Yeah, well, he shouldn't have had the heat on high when it comes to doing anything with butter. It's got a low smoke point for a reason.
He probably just left it. Yeah, pretty much I made the mistake of checking something on my computer and then got absorbed into it. Yep, that makes sense.
That sounds about right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, word of advice. If it's anything with like a high smoke point, actually rephrase that, a low smoke point, always have it on low. So your butter, something like that. Just remember, it may be some form of grease or oil, but they don't all burn at the same temperature. What are you staring at, Rena?
You know. Don't worry about it.
A dog or a cat?
You know, my dog is around. She's a girl.
Ah.
Orange, you little baby.
Hey.
You're so cute. I love you.
Besides, who exactly is going to teach me an arcane magic anyway, Rena?
I'm sure you can find a tutor somewhere.
Good luck. Because I'm not just talking arcane magic. I'm talking very, very old arcane magic. Stuff that even you...
Seltzer says he knows good magic.
Celtro, let me be as nice as possible. I trust you and Owen with magic as much as I genuinely trust myself not to disintegrate the next person trying to come after me.
You know, Owen's actually pretty good with magic. He just doesn't want to, you know,
Lazy.
get his hands dirty.
And he's gonna be the next leader. Why?
Because it has to do with how things go in the Feywild, yeah.
Yep, they're fucked.
I mean, you think the Fey Queen does her own dirty work? She doesn't. She's got minions for that. Seltzer says I'm coming after you because I assume once Rena's done with you, it's my turn.
Oh my god. Arcane sense. Remember, Celtro? I can tell when it's you hiding as something. Rena, you ever wonder why that one time Celtro came in looking like somebody kicked him in the back?
I mean, he tends to get into a lot of mischief, so...
He was disguised as my Tau, and I saw him and literally just kicked him right out with my boot. Size 17 dragon boot up the back.
you can do things without murdering people.
Well, the difference was Celtro wasn't coming after me with a sword. Plus, I don't think he was exactly happy to get a size 17 boot right on the back like that.
You have massive fucking feet. Holy shit, 17?
Have you seen my feet? I actually took a picture of my recipe in the background and everybody just focused on my feet.
I saw your foot, but it was just like an edge of your foot.
Yeah.
And the first thing I noticed was, oh look, you giving out free feet pics?
That's exactly what everybody I've shown was saying. Fine. You want to see my feet? Take a look how big these things are. Look how massive these things are.
Juris gives out free feet pics with his recipes.
Oh my god.
Shaq's foot is 22. Oh, Jesus. 22.
Why do you think? He's so tall. The taller you are, the bigger your foot is. It's not even a joke. It's literally just to make sure you can actually walk.
I have baby feet. I have tiny feet.
So you must be tiny.
I'm 5'7". I'm not that tiny. I have very small feet. Seltzer says my penis size is 22.
Look, he can say anything. He's a shapeshifter, remember?
True.
In millimeters. You're a shapeshifter and you still gave yourself a small thing? Jesus Christ. You should start taking lessons from Mr. Fantastic then.
Well, to be fair though, there's a whole video about a girl who explains in detail with using one of those tape measures and explains how unrealistic 12 inches is.
I know. But again, Celtro's a shapeshifter. Yeah. But again, Celtro's a shapeshifter.
I'm skipping my next life.
Celtro's a shapeshifter. I don't even think it's really the size at that point. Is what he could probably do with that shit. Anyway, you want to explain what the game is, or?
Explain what the game is?
Yeah.
But you're the host.
Yeah. And you are...
I am but a guest. Entertain the crowd.
Alright, fine. Alright, so you want some good pictures of a half-naked Rena? I'm selling them for like 5 gift subs a piece.
I mean, you could just see some sus stuff on my Discord server. Hehe. As long as you're 18.
You got the most Rena hentai?
He really does.
Jesus.
He has so much hentai. There's some hentai he has that he hasn't shown other people.
Is it actual hentai, or is it literally just something about you and him?
Oh no,
and the prince?
it's actual hentai of He says he has a problem. He does. He's a bad boy.
I thought I was bad. Yeah, I thought I was bad.
Well, when your standards drop in terms of, you know, artists, and you don't pay $100, $200 for a piece of art, your collection gets larger.
Oy. Look, to be fair,
Shitty artists.
To be fair, you gotta admit that one I got from Nico for your anniversary was amazing.
The one with the career part? Yeah, it was really nice. I like that.
Yeah.
It is very nice.
Anyway, let us get to the game. While we keep ourselves...
I still have that as like my banner everywhere because I love it so much.
Yeah.
I mean, it's gonna change when my 3.0 gets released, just because I want to make sure that I'm marketing better for myself.
Yeah, I posted it on the other servers of the people who's in it, except for Suki. I'm not in her server, so.
Suki, I bought her a plushie today because she was having a bad day. I felt bad, so I bought her a little fox plushie, and I said, I know that this isn't much, but I hope it makes you feel a little bit better.
I would have put it between your thighs and said, here, cuddle this while you rest between my thighs, but that's just me. What, you don't think that wouldn't have worked?
Maybe. I tried. You know, you gotta treat him gently.
Ah.
Alright? That's how you win them over.
The hell is that?
Delibird?
No, not the Delibird, that thing next to it. Do you even know what that is?
No.
It says, it has been caught by me, and there's just like this weird symbol next to it.
I don't know. Check your Pokemon thingy.
I'll check. Nothing, just a bird. Bird with really good...
Cherish balls.
I don't know. A bird with some really good stats. Like, Jesus Christ. Like, the only thing bad at... perfect HP, fantastic attack, average special, good special defense, average speed. Only thing bad is defense. Considering that a bunch of these had like awful stats.
My eggs appear to have...
Yeah, the eggs seem to all have perfect stats until you actually hatch it. Anyway, if we remember last time, that teacher you were simping for, actually we were both simping for, apparently got murdered.
Yeah, let's be real.
Okay, we both were.
Oh, what the fuck? When did I become a maid?
I don't know, you're the one who picked it.
I did not pick that, thank you.
And apparently the necromancer was the one who is assumed to be the guilty party.
Of course they're gonna blame the necromancer.
You were the one who was insulting necromancers last time.
Because it's usually the necromancers.
The necromancers are drama kings, not murderers. They wait for the body because they know that the body needs to be fresh. But not damaged.
Necromancy's illegal!
Well, obviously nobody wants to see a walking corpse unless it's the transport. Anyway, it's been a few hours since Wallace was arrested. You and Celeste were with him during the lockdown, so the Inquisition had to take your statements. But the more they questioned you, the more you could tell that they had doubts about your testimony. You will need to do more if you want to establish an alibi for Wallace.
Loaded. That took longer than expected.
Let me turn you up. I know you're trying to do a soft voice for her, but sometimes I can't even hear you.
That sounds like a you problem, though.
Yeah, but I also gotta make sure my actual stream can hear you too.
I mean, she seems like a soft-spoken character.
Yeah. We've already lost a lot of time to the Inquisition. But we should be free to roam around now.
Where should we go first?
The crime scene sounds like a good start. We still need to figure out what actually happened.
Ruby says that the body was found in Lecture Hall 2B. It's the west wing of the school.
Alright. That seems like a good place to start. Let's go. Hey, stop right there! As you try to enter the classroom, you're stopped by one of the Inquisition Knights. I'm the defense attorney for the accused. We have a right to investigate the crime scene. Yeah? From what I've heard, the kid doesn't have an attorney yet. Right, you haven't been able to talk to Wallace about that yet.
It's quite alright. Let them in.
Lady Steelwind!
Do not call me that. While you work under me, you will address me as Prosecutor Steelwind.
Yes! Prosecutor Steelwind!
What's that smell?
As you enter the classroom, you find yourself inhaling a sour and rancid odor. Oh god, I know that smell. That's what happened when somebody sprayed Axe for like 5 days straight.
Oh god, I'm allergic to Axe.
Let me tell you, that was not fun. Heck, you should try this deodorizing spray. You live in like the modern century. Try this thing. It smelled of like ass and cat vomit. Jesus Christ. I don't use that shit anymore. It's one of those things. It's one of those things that when you were like a teenager, you thought, oh, that shit would be great. And now you're smelling it now. You're just like, what the fuck did I smell?
That's the thing, though. It's marketed as a tactic to woo the ladies.
Yeah, and instead I smell like piss and ass.
And, marketing does wonders. Especially to horny teenage boys.
Well, a lot of fat good that did me. I'm talking about Axe, jackass. The stench is overwhelming that is beginning to tear up. Jeez, this does smell like Axe.
And don't worry, you'll eventually get used to the smell.
What are you even doing here, Steelwind?
Marry me, Steel. I'm here to coordinate the investigation. Obviously.
Zeltro, I think this is just female Edgeworth. So you might want to get used to that idea.
I think he's okay with that. Be right back, I'm gonna go check Hantai.
You look around the crime scene, there isn't a single Inquisition Knight in the room. Isn't that the Inquisition's job?
Due to the circumstances, I've decided to handle this case personally.
So basically, because the last case was so fucked up, you were like, fuck it, I'll do it myself.
Makes sense.
I mean, that was a pretty fucked up thing where, yeah. Well, since we got you here, can we ask you a few questions about what happened?
Can I assume that you're planning on defending this case? That would make you my opponent. What do I have to gain from helping you?
Well, you ever laid your head on Rena's thighs? That cheers everybody up.
They are quite comfy.
Right.
However, I would be willing to answer your question. But only if you answer some of mine as well.
Oh, okay. What could she possibly want to ask you? Well, let's start with her.
Ms. McCoy, it is my understanding that you were adopted. Would you happen to know who your birth parents are?
Hey, isn't that too personal of a question?
You agreed to answer my questions, didn't you?
But I didn't think you meant...
It's fine, Tyrion. I'm fine answering if it helps Wallace.
Yeah, but it definitely brings up painful memories if that's the case.
I don't know who my birth parents are. I never tried looking for them. I see. If I recall correctly, your spell compendium only contained one spell. Considering your upbringing, how did you learn Mage Blade in the first place?
Was it the first way that I learned Fireball, which was by accident?
I bought a scroll from a merchant. A few years ago. It had Mage's Blade spell formula in it.
That's probably why the Grand Sorcerers had me learn support magic to avoid me from setting people on fire. You think she knew I was gonna be this kind of like person that set people on fire?
I don't know. There's no hentai of these girls. Oh no, Seltro is sad.
Well, Seltro, you know what?
Seltro, it's time to become an artist.
Or just use your...
No, become an artist.
I was gonna say use your furry money just to get hentai of these girls then.
He does not have furry money.
Who the fuck are these furries ordering so many, and where can I get their money?
A lot of them work in the tech field.
You know, that actually kind of makes sense.
Seltzer does not work in the tech field. He works in a humble potion shop.
Seltro, it's time for you to learn technology.
But I know more than one spells now. I actually learned a few new spells today. I'm sorry, spells as in plural?
While you studied the tech and arcane, I studied the ass. What is it with you two and ass?
Ass is nice. How long did it take you to learn those spells?
Usually learning a spell on average takes about 3 to 4 weeks, depending on the complexity. If it's a simple spell, probably like 2. If it's like a low to mid, it's like 3. Mid would be like 4. The really high one would take about years, to be honest.
Are you talking about hours?
Oh, she's talking about hours. Wait, what kind of spell she's talking about?
Good question. A few hours, I think.
Yeah, she's actually got the same thought as me. She learned multiple spell formulas within a few hours. That just doesn't seem right. Maybe she's got really good adaptation.
Possible.
What was that just now?
Let's see. Well, I think that's all I need to ask for now.
Yeah, like when I got that soul, it gave me all the knowledge of arcane. I couldn't even really use the spells for like 2 months, to be honest. And let me tell you something, Rena. You ever had like a dragon soul goal inside you?
No.
Well, I know you had a dragon BBD go in you multiple times. But no, when you ever actually have one in there, let me tell you, you ever want to feel the feeling of like multiple viruses making you throw up the whole time? There you go. That's.
I mean, I've had one virus that made me throw up.
Yeah. It was a pain in the ass.
Okay.
Sharing information about the investigation for that. What is she so interested in Celeste all of a sudden? Well, alright. What the hell is that smell? Is this the arcane equivalent of axe? We already have that. It's called Rotten Toad.
I can't take it anymore. The smell is driving me crazy. What is that? From what I understand, there was a bit of an accident a few days ago.
I don't
Booty,
think...
yes.
No. Unless these people don't wash.
That is... It happened during one of the classes that the headmaster was teaching. He misread the instructions for an alchemy experiment.
Oh no. I already know where this is going.
Boom. And as a result, he accidentally produced the rancid-smelling vapor.
Vapor? It's not poisonous, is it?
Of course not. I wouldn't be standing here if it were. It's just extremely unpleasant to the senses.
It's the same as baking. You gotta be extremely careful with the recipes. Weeks ago, the headmaster performed an alchemy experiment incorrectly in Lecture Hall 2B. The resulting chemical reaction produced a rancid yet harmless vapor that still lingers in the room.
Damn. What a shitty professor. Juris booty.
1, Celtro, you're not gonna get it. 2, you're not a woman, so you're not gonna go anywhere near it. And 3, I have a big spiky tail. It ain't gonna work. Do you know what happened here, Steelwind?
Well, it all began when the City Watch was received a call from the Academy. Supposedly, there was an attack on campus grounds and the entire building was put on lockdown. The City Watch was set up a perimeter around the building while they waited for the system to deactivate.
All I need is one more Pokemon and that thing's gonna hatch.
Oh, yay.
Jesus Christ, that Pokemon is
If
horrible.
it isn't my dream to be impaled while going at it.
Jesus Christ.
Uh,
Pokemon I just caught too was awful. What? Couldn't the Academy have let them once the scene was secure?
I'm not sure about the specifics, but supposedly the lockdown can't be shut down manually. You'll have to ask one of the Academy admins if you want to know more. Anyway, you two were also present during the lockdown, am I correct? Did either of you see anything suspicious?
What would you count as suspicious, Rena?
Hard to say. No, but we actually met the professor that morning. She was still alive then. I see, that does match the accounts from our other witnesses. Do you have any idea where she went after she left the library? The headmaster gave us express permission to be here. If you have an issue with that, then take it up with him. I'll have you know that I was just on my way to do that.
She said that she was gonna go meet with the headmaster.
He also mentioned that when I questioned him. She attended the meeting as planned.
If the headmaster met with Bellwether, you probably want to speak to him next.
She must have found her way into the classroom afterwards.
Did you happen to have a map of the academy?
Don't you touch Alcida.
Isn't she dead?
Yes. Stelter's weird. He keeps trying to get me to go to the past.
I am so glad he has not met Eliza.
Necromancers for the win.
Okay, I'm definitely glad he has never met Eliza or feel one. Shit, I just mentioned my sorceress's name.
Alright, well, I have to go to the bathroom very quickly. I'll be back.
Okay. In that case, chat, we gotta do stuff to entertain you while she goes to the bathroom. First thing first, we gotta stop Celtro from whatever the fuck he is doing right now. What are you doing, anyway? Second, excuse me for a second, chat. Yep. Just as I told him, no tail. Let me check again. Still doesn't look like there's a tail down here. Told him that I'm the one with the tail, not her. I mean, I kept telling him, but hey, $50, $50, so it's an easy win. Hey, don't mind me, Chad. I just gotta check up something down here. Yep, looks everything to be in order right there. You know what it is, chat? Gross, Celtro. That's just gross. Seriously, Celtro, that was just gross. Oh my god. Hey, Rena.
What?
Yeah, you mind if I put Celtro in a tiny bottle and throw him in a river for a minute?
Why?
I was checking your ass and he said you tooted on my face. What?
Of course he did.
Look, I had to check your ass because my apprentice bet me $50 that you had a tail, and I said no, you didn't.
I do not have a tail.
Yeah, so I had to take a picture.
Let's see.
There you go. Here's a picture.
I mean, Seltra's into ass farting in the face. I don't understand that fetish.
I'm about to puke. Well, hey, $50 is $50, okay? Anyway, where were we?
Are you implying you'd let somebody fart on you for $50?
No, I said I was using this bet for $50, remember? You didn't hear what I said, did you?
No, I heard you.
Yeah. But again, my apprentice for some reason thought you had a tail.
But you said $50 is $50. So I said, so you'd let somebody fart in your face.
Oh, hell no. Hell no. No way in hell for $50.
So how much would you need?
I'm not doing it.
If somebody offered you $1,000, would you let them fart in your face?
No.
$5,000.
No.
It was a one-time thing.
Again, no.
10,000.
No.
$1 million.
No.
If you let them fart in your face, you can join her for her last stream.
what? No, still no.
Oh, he paused though. He thought about it. What if you could perform with Calliope Mori on stage?
No. I'm not a singer,
Really?
so no.
As your backup dancer.
No. I can't dance for shit either.
That's just choreography. You just have to learn it.
Look, the girl one was more tempting because that's literally who got me into VTubing, so.
Hmm.
Anyway.
Got it. Gura over Mori.
Anyway. Brenna?
What is it?
Oh, there you go. There's only one direct path from the headmaster office to the lecture hall. But I wonder if she took any detours. At the Imperial Academy. It displays the general area where Catherine Bellwether was seen that day.
Indeed.
Why is Wallace a suspect? We've already told the Inquisition this, but Wallace was with us the entire time. He couldn't have committed the murder.
Yeah, he has a perfect alibi.
Strong, maybe, but his alibi is far from perfect. Miss McCoy herself told us that. There was a small time period where she wasn't with him.
What? Right. It was when I came to check on you after you knocked over that shelf. I got a little lost on my way back to Wallace. But still, we only lost each other for a few minutes.
That may be, but unless his alibi is airtight, the evidence in this room proves that it was him.
What do you mean?
It would be easier to explain once you examine it for yourself.
Oh, Tyrone, I almost forgot. Since this is our first official case together, I wanted to show you something that I learned.
Okay, what is it?
Oh, voice acted.
What was that?
That is the incantation for detect magic spell.
Detect magic? Wait, does that mean...
Yep, we can see magical traces when we're examining crime scenes now.
Alright, detect magic. I don't think you've ever actually seen the world through my eyes, have you? Because this is basically what I can see every day when it comes to magic.
Wow.
Except it looks a little different than this. In fact, you've actually seen it before. When you go into my just chatting room, that's why I see the world of magic. So let's start with the body.
What?
What's wrong?
There's a trace of necromancy on the body.
Necromancy?
Isn't necromancy the type of magic that creates the undead? She's just not gonna get up and walk away, right?
We're honestly not sure. That is part of the reason why I stationed myself here.
But what does that have to do with Wallace?
Oh, you didn't know. Wallace Nightgrave is a necromancer.
Well, to be fair, when your name is Nightgrave, you're kind of stuck with one job.
Yeah, that's fair.
He's a what?
That'd be like calling me Jor's Blaze Wolf. Or...
We believe that he drained the life force completely using a necromancy spell.
Or if they would for some reason call you Rena Time something. I don't know. What's a good name for time thing?
I mean, Aeon is a references time, so yes.
But that's a reference for time, not a direct correlation like Nightgrave.
I mean, you can consider it a direct correlation.
Yeah, but Nightgrave's very on the nose, so...
It's all thematic.
Mm-hmm. I mean, fair enough, Yazura's not different anyway. What?
You need some other things to use the potions on.
Alright. Speaking of magic user. Custom Discord role?
Yep, you're gonna give it to Mahim, and you're gonna call her the Sultry Lizard.
The Sultry Lizard?
Mm-hmm.
Hey Solus, how you doing? Alright. Pokemon got caught. Now, if you will... Let's see what we got. Oh, that is way better. So the Pokemon that hatches a Bisharp.
Mm-hmm.
It's got good attack, good defense, fantastic special, and fantastic HP. The only thing is the special attack and speed is hot garbage. But it's a Bisharp, so I don't care. That's actually good. Plus, it's actually good for it, too. Well, how was your birthday dinner, anyway? Brenna.
Hmm.
You lied.
I thought you were waiting for Solus. Because you asked him a question.
Yeah, he just answered. Came back from his birthday dinner.
Yeah, and you said, how was it?
Oh, great Korean barbecue.
Yes. I love hot pot. We're going to the... Are we going to the area that has the hot pot?
Who?
Me. There's a convention I go to, nearby there's a hot pot.
Ah.
And I just liked it. Selter, we need to go. We believe that he drained her life force completely using a necromancy spell. That's why there are no visible wounds. Here's the autopsy report. It'll tell you everything you need to know.
Died 201. Body shows no signs of cut or bruising. The alchemist report has verified the death was not caused by poison or disease. Body showed traces of necromancy and illusion magic. Cause of death is not apparent, but very likely caused by necromancy magic.
Illusion magic? Maybe it's not even her.
What, you think it's a construct?
Possibly. I find it interesting that it's illusion magic.
Yeah.
But in the modern day, even the Inquisition doesn't commonly deal with necromancy. They're on edge about what other spells he might have used. So I'm here to make sure that nothing unholy happens to the body.
You can't believe it. You heard stories of necromancers before. But why would Wallace be studying something like that? But even if Wallace is a necromancer, aren't there plenty of meta mages who cast necromancy spells? This is an academy for mages, after all.
No, there are no laws against it, but the knowledge required to learn necromancy is heavily controlled. No one in the right mind would dare teach necromancy beyond basic healing magic. Oh, you bought the RPG music bundle? Nice work, Seltro. Frankly, I'm surprised one student at school was allowed to learn it. I can see why. But because of the specific piece of evidence, we know that he's the murderer.
But it's still too convenient. So I don't even think she believes it. That's the first time you ever seen a thought from Steelwind. Normally, you can only see throughout thoughts of people who are stressed or excited. You doubt that Miss Steelwind is excited, so is something causing her to be stressed? Is there something you're not telling us, Steelwind? Because something tells me that this case isn't as straightforward as you claim it is.
If you truly believe that, then why don't you prove it?
Yeah, I can't see any more thoughts from her. She must be subconsciously guarding her mind now. But she's clearly hiding something.
There's a trace of illusion magic next to the body.
We believe the suspect donned an illusory disguise immediately after murdering the victim. Using his disguise, he discreetly made his way back to the library unnoticed.
Assuming that Wallace isn't the murderer, the real killer must have used a similar disguise. Which means that no one could have seen them leave the classroom. It'd be harder to find any witnesses that saw the perpetrator.
So we need the spell compendium. For Wallace.
Yeah.
Maybe he doesn't even know illusion magic.
Yeah, well, we never did discover about the body. Did you know how the body was discovered?
2 members of the kitchen staff spotted her collapse inside this classroom. They reported the situation to campus admin while they attempted to save her life. But it was too late. The professor had already passed away by the time the healers arrived.
Those 2 staff members, who were they?
I believe their names were Valentina and Valerie Yanis. They're apparently sisters. Orim was the one who collected their statements.
Did he notice anything off about their behavior?
From what he said, they had a few quirks, but nothing too suspicious.
Quirks?
He told me that they were running and spinning around him during questioning.
What does that even mean?
I have no idea. Perhaps they were still on edge after finding their coworker murdered.
You'll definitely want to speak with those staff members.
Ah, yes.
We're probably gonna have to go. But if that's the case, we should probably talk to Wallace, get a spell compendium if we can.
Yep, we need the spell compendium.
You look around the barracks dungeon cells, but you don't see Wallace anywhere.
The Inquisition probably still is questioning him. We should come back later.
Oh, that was...
I mean, that just leaves the foyer.
Yeah. But we were here earlier.
Ah. Or she has something to talk about.
Where should we go next?
The first thing we need to do is find out exactly what happened. As Tamora said that the body was found in Lecture Hall 2B. We should start an investigation there. So, we're just gonna have to come back here anyway.
Maybe we have to do something else? We already talked to her, though.
Yeah, but maybe we should present. What do you think about this, Miss Steelwind?
I'm sorry, but I'm afraid I can't say much about that.
Oh, that was straightforward.
Anything else to examine?
Yeah, maybe we shouldn't use detect magic and just look around the room.
I can't believe the professor is dead. We just saw her this morning.
There's a chalk outline where the body was supposed to be. It appears that most of the blood came from her dominum. Is that where the fatal wound was? Wait a minute.
That contradicts something.
Exactly. There's a lot of blood in this puddle, but there's no trail leading to it. There aren't any.
And her blood was drained out.
Yeah.
With no visible wound.
Yeah. There aren't any magical traces anywhere else in the room. I thought the murderer used to clean it.
A hot teacher, Sultro.
Yeah.
Does that mean the murderer attacked her in this room? Catherine.
Maybe, but it's hard to say for certain. Jesus Christ, Celtro. I know this being down bad, but be down, boy.
Go back in time. We need to save her. So hi, Whiskers. I'll be down in between them legs.
Jesus Christ, Celtro. Down, boy. As a mage from a noble house, you must have gone to school here. Did you know Captain Bellwether while you were here?
Here I go diving again. Nope. Unfortunately, I did. I constantly clashed with her over the treatment of the students. One of my biggest regrets is failing to remove her from her position before I graduated.
Sounds like many people did get along with the professor.
I would say more, but it doesn't feel right to speak ill of the dead.
Fair enough.
Hmm. Is there anything more we can inspect?
Who's this fucker?
Hmm.
Big nose. It's a painting of some sort of musician. There's some text written below it. Dr. Nicholas Gossi, inventor of the arcane engine.
Ah.
His work revolutionized trade and travel across the seas. He was known for not discriminating between the common folk and nobility, judging his assistant Bailey purely on their merit. When he wasn't conducting research within the Imperial Academy, he was known to compose symphonies for the king in his free time. Looks like he was a man of many talents. Oh, I suppose people were the students were during the lecture.
I can't imagine sitting in one place all day.
Have you never attended a school before?
No, we never had a proper school in Cordon-Haven. Uh-oh.
What's the game?
What's the game indeed?
Yeah.
I mainly got my education from books that my parents bought from traveling merchants. What about you?
Joke's on you! I've been wanting to play that for a long ass time!
Now he has an excuse.
Yeah. I love old classic Japanese horror, so that was like caught my eye a while ago. Now I just gotta figure out how to play it. I used to attend public school in my hometown. But after Miss Tamura adopted me, she handled my education personally.
Juris loves emulators.
Looks like next week I know what I gotta put on my list. The lecture hall has a window with a view.
I feel like I'd just stare out outside all day if I had to attend class here.
You're not much of a student, are you?
I just can't spend hours sitting in one place. I need to move around.
She was pretty antsy while you were studying in the library earlier.
How have you learned so many spells if you're so distractible?
Probably like implementation.
I don't know. I just learned the spell formula and cast stuff. I see. Is that not normal?
Maybe we're supposed to detect.
Repario Arcanum.
We checked these.
No, they're magic. Did you search everything in the room?
We did. What do you think about this, Miss Steelwind?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I can't say much about that.
We did check about everything, so... Oh, we got some options now. Let's go check the kitchen. We need to go see those two. Hello? Is anyone there?
Looks like no one's here right now. Maybe we should check somewhere else.
Yeah, that was a waste. Headmaster's office. You follow the map that Steelwind gave you.
I wish we could zoom in on the portrait above the fireplace.
Why, that one? Why, he just looks like a normal guy with a magic hand. Oh, hello there. I wasn't expecting guests today. Sorry for coming unannounced. You must be... My name is...
I like red hair.
My name is Theodore Redmond. I'm the headmaster of Wervingard Imperial Academy. Yeah, it depends on the redhead. Someone like Daisy, yes. And judging from your appearance, you must be the protege of Ruby Tamora.
You mean Mario Daisy?
Yeah?
I don't consider her red hair. She's more of a brunette.
Who would you consider a red hair? Oh, I got a better one. Scarlet Witch, or Black Widow, or Mitsuru.
Seraph.
Seraph's also a good example. To what do I owe the pleasure? You got anyone else?
What is her name? Gwen Tennyson. From Ben 10.
Yeah, that's another good example.
Oh boy. I did a specific voice with this one.
Yeah, I'm still trying to remember what it was.
You said it was Froppy.
They must be here to investigate the murder.
Oh yeah, I did say it was Froppy. Wait.
I'm just using that voice.
Eris? I thought you went to see Wallace.
Unfortunately, the Inquisition questioning him right now. They aren't allowing visitors.
Fuck, marry me, Eris.
You must be so scared right now.
Zeltro, there's something important you might want to look at.
Yeah, I hope he's okay.
Zeltro, I think you might want to stop talking before I show you something. Is there anything I can do to help? Please let me know. Zeltro, please pay attention to the top right corner.
That was our reaction until we realized her age. So Snow Lemon's just kidding. Having to go to jail.
Please don't. We already got enough issues as it is. That part was Brenna was right. We were both, and then we saw the age and we're like, nope.
Nope. Brenna, save me.
Hey,
yourself, fool.
that's why we're telling you to stop. Sounds where you can literally
in prison.
sounds where you can literally shapeshift. You should be able to get out of there easily.
He's gonna be somebody's bitch in prison.
Why? Because he wants to be?
He's somebody. bitch. Same brain cell.
You two have been hanging around way too much. This is terrible.
Years.
To think that one of my prize students would be accused of murder. I heard your voice on the intercom when the lockdown happened.
I'll be traded for a pack of gum.
Wow, you value yourself way too much. I think you'd be worth way less than that. Are you the one who triggered it? Yes.
No,
I
I think the value is you know, the ramen instead of the prison slop.
Yes, I activated it when I received a call from one of my staff. They reported that Professor Bellwether had been attacked. How does
The voice will be like, "There goes that tight-ass dog boy."
How does the lockdown system work? It's an artificery network that covers the entire academy. In the event of an emergency, I could activate it using this stone. That master pulls out a glowing stone from his desk. You can hear the hum of magical energy emanating from it. Once activated, the system creates magical barriers throughout the building. It's designed to contain and protect each room in the building. Can a powerful mage breach any of these barriers? I doubt it. The barrier can withstand a great amount of force. They even block mages from teleporting through them. And once
That's pretty
activated...
impressive.
Huh?
It's pretty impressive.
And once activated, even I can't turn it off for an hour.
Impressive.
It is impressive. What can you tell me about Wallace? Earlier you said he was one of your prize students. I just didn't understand. Why did the prosecutor say that he was a necromancer? Because technically, he is one.
Here's the thing, though. The time is an hour.
Yeah.
Wallace was gone for a few minutes. He was not gone for an hour.
Yeah.
No way. Couldn't be him.
What? But why would he study something like that?
Necromancy is probably one of the most dangerous and most scrutinized schools of magic. Really? That's what you call the most scrutinized and most dangerous? I can think of at least 3 more that are more powerful than that.
Oh?
Yeah. Oh, you want me to give you an example?
Yes.
Time, space, and the worst one of all is demonic. Well, think about it honestly for a second.
Okay.
There's a reason that nobody wants to get you on your bad side to the point you break your pacifism. Because you could do some fucked up shit. Like, I know you don't really watch fighting games, but you want a good example of a fighter who can use time magic? Look at Geras from Mortal Kombat. And some of the fucked up, like, fatalities he could do. Space, well, let's be real. Nothing can survive in space unless you're, like, one of those water bear things.
Nobody want to fuck with me like when I'm like this?
I mean, technically I want to fuck you, but still. In fact, I really want to fuck you because now I just kind of want to see if I can even do it. I mean, can you blame me? But necromancy, I'd probably put that at like 5 at best, to be honest. Because the most important thing about that is you still need a dead body for that one.
Rina's a punk. I've seen more fight out of her spirit animals. I mean, they are pretty crazy.
Fair enough. With necromancy, you still need the dead body component. And that's if you actually get a good body. I don't think you're gonna be really have a useful necromancy body if it's like missing all its limbs or its head or its legs. You know, stuff like that. Yeah. Anyway, necromancy is probably one of the most dangerous and most scrutinized schools of magic. Its image has been long tainted by stories of dark wizards rising armies of the undead. However, it doesn't just control the forces of death, it also controls the forces of life. Forces of life? The truth is that healing magic is also classified as necromancy. Oh, so never mind. They classify this one as like a umbrella term then. That's probably why I didn't think of it as powerful as they do. Most healers don't care to admit it because of the stigma it has.
Too bad D&D decided that healing magic is a
But that's why Wallace is studying it. He wants to become a doctor.
I mean, I don't consider healing magic necromancy. Unless you're, like, bringing somebody back from the dead. Then yeah, then that's necromancy.
For me, I would consider anything that has necromancy when it has the first half of the name. And necro basically means dead.
Yes, but you're not dead.
Exactly.
Fuck healing magic being evocation. All my homies hate evocation school. Stealing spells. Where the homies at?
Yeah. Anna?
Mm-hmm.
You gonna read?
Mm-hmm. Oh, homies go bork, bork, bork.
There's plenty of mages who know healing magic. Why is Wallace being singled out?
For years, he's been studying necromancy beyond basics of healing magic. He believes that high-level necromancy could revolutionize modern medicine. Unfortunately, many among the facility don't see it that way.
Faculty.
Wallace doesn't hail from a noble house. He's a mage that was born among the common folk.
He's like me.
Many of the faculty fear that he'll use his knowledge to rise armies of undead, just like the necromancers of old.
I don't know, he seemed kind of pussy-whipped.
Except without the pussy part. The Imperial Academy isn't even permitted to teach the students beyond basic healing magic. Then why did you allow him to study it? After everything that has happened to him, I made an exception. Everything that has happened to him, I'm not at liberty to say more. You'll have to ask him if you wish to know more. Oh, there we go. The spell compendium. That's what we need.
If you plan on defending Wallace, you'll need a spell compendium, am I correct?
Yeah. Having a client's compendium is instrumental to acquitting him.
You may find that a bit difficult. You see, after a certain incident, he destroyed his compendium.
Of course, convenient.
Why? Why would he do that? Doesn't he need that to use magic?
A spell compendium is a device mages use to keep track of what spells they can cast. It's really convenient for remembering formulas on incantations of your spells. But it's not actually required to use magic. I thought of destroying mine a long time ago, but they're really expensive.
Luckily, I have an unattuned spell compendium right here. I'd be more than happy to give it to you if it helps Wallace.
Oh, thanks.
Wallace just needs to maintain physical contact with it for 10 minutes. After that, the compendium will attune to his magic.
Alright, just tell him to sit on it for 10 minutes and we're good.
Just make sure that they don't let another mage, like Celeste, hold it. Once it attunes to a mage, no one can use it.
Alright, that should be easy. We just gotta catch it and get whatever the hell this Pokemon is.
Galarian Corsa.
Oh, that's the dead one. Wait, but what just happened? Wonderful. I hope you can persuade Wallace to attune to it. What can you tell me about Catherine Bellwether? Oof. Wow, that was a whole mess of emotions. She was rather unpleasant to work with. Can you think of any enemies she might have had?
Everyone.
May as well list everyone who attended the school.
Eris.
It's best to be blunt with these sort of things. As you saw in the morning, she had a pretty abrasive attitude toward the students. Many people in the school did not care for her.
Maybe she wasn't the nicest person. But would that really be enough to motivate somebody to murder her?
She'd often target and harass students, especially those who were from common folk.
I didn't catch it? Fucking hell.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks. Oh, it looks so sad.
Yeah, it's the dead one. It's literally dead coral.
The stats are not that great.
She even made a habit of expelling those students for minor infractions.
For a commoner's magic can be used to take it out of poverty. I can't imagine how it'd feel to have that opportunity unfairly taken from you.
She put so much pressure on the students. Some of them even left the academy of their own volition. They couldn't handle her constant verbal abuse.
Even then, would that really be enough motive to commit murder?
The human psyche is a fragile thing. It's astounding what someone might do when pushed far enough.
What about her relationship with the faculty? In some cases, it was worse than what it was with the students. She'd often treat the staff like her personal servants. I received many complaints from them about her behavior.
Sorry if this sounds rude, but why didn't you just fire her if she was just a big problem?
How much you want to bet she's a nobility from a big house that gives this place a lot of money?
Probably.
She used her position to curry favor with the noble houses over the years. As you can imagine, the Academy's board is controlled by the nobility. If ever tried to remove her, they would probably support her over me.
She sucked dick. Of the nobility.
Yeah, but apparently not ours. I heard that you had a meeting scheduled with Professor Bellwether this morning. What time was that, and when did the meeting end? Our meeting was scheduled for noon. She arrived on time, and our meeting lasted until 1 p.m.
Alright, so she died between like 1 and 2.
Yeah.
I imagine.
This guy did it.
Do you think that he doesn't have an arcane art?
No.
Does he?
No, it says it doesn't have one, so. But this is a magic school. He could probably find a way around it. Especially when you're the headmaster. Did anything seem off about her? No, she seemed to be her usual self.
Oh no, it's illusion.
You detect a trace of fear, or is it nervousness? If you don't mind me asking, what was the purpose of your meeting? We met to discuss routine administrative matters. Despite our personal disagreements, we knew to stay civil when discussing professional affairs.
I don't know about that.
To be perfectly honest, it did always feel like I was treading on eggshells when speaking with her. But you were her superior, weren't you? Didn't she respect your authority? We had any arguments about how I was managing the academy. And she was very vocal about her distaste for the common folks students. She was difficult to say the least.
What can you look at?
You just want to look at that picture, don't you?
You never know what you might learn.
Well, apparently he has a beard, so there goes your taste.
There's a few exceptions to the rule.
Yeah, but this thing looks unkempt and scraggly as hell.
Like, you know, Jack Sparrow.
It is a painting of someone. He looks like some sort of professor. That's Professor Lucas Gilbert. He was the instructor here many decades ago. He was well
Why do you
beloved.
have him in your office?
Huh?
Why do you have him in the headmaster's office?
He was well beloved by the students here, and he was quite an accomplished scholar. And this was all despite him lacking the ability to use magic.
Oh, interesting.
He studied magic without being able to use it? Yes, he was quite remarkable. Unfortunately, we lost him to an illness very early in his life. Painting of a mage, but he doesn't quite look like a noble. Oh, that's Jason Steelwind, one of the chosen mages of the Scaled Lord.
Ah!
What?
Steelwind.
Wait, Steelwind doesn't.
Yes, he's the earliest recorded ancestor of House Steelwind. Legends say that the Scaled Lord bestowed his power upon him and his allies to create the first mages.
Wow, it's hard to even tell that the prosecutor belonged to the same bloodline.
As with all noble houses, House Steelwind had quite humble beginnings. If only they remember where they came from.
Sounds like you're getting eepies.
I am. It's a small table for guests. Is that wine? No, actually, it's just apple juice. Most of my guests are students, after all.
Repario Arcanum.
Let's go move around a bit. Anyone in the kitchen?
Hello? Is anybody there?
Oh, it's sisters, so...
Is it sister?
Yeah, they said sisters.
Where did it say sisters?
No, remember Steelwind was talking about that the two people who found it were...
Yeah, but it didn't mean that they're in the kitchen.
Alright, let me do it. Be right there! Got it!
I'm also handling, like, so many girls right now.
Okay, then I'll do a female voice. Sorry, but the cafeteria is closed right now.
She's kind of cute.
Actually, we're here to investigate the murder. We heard that the two members of the kitchen staff discovered the body. Oh, that would be me. I'm Valentina Enos.
Kitchen staff. She's very cute.
How about the other person? Do you know where they are right now? Oh,
Seltra, look at this redhead.
that would be Sister Valerie. But I think she's somewhere else on campus right now. If you're with those knights, we already told them everything we know. Actually, we're investigating separately from them. I wanted to ask you about some questions that you saw.
Yes, she is of age. She's 20.
19.
No, she's... I could have swore it said 20 just a second ago.
That's because it was my character.
Seltra says skeet, skeet, skeet.
I'm afraid to ask. What did you see? To start, can you tell us how you used to discover the body? Right.
I'll marry her.
My sister and I were walking in the hallway from the kitchen in the west exit. We spotted the professor in a nearby classroom. She was lying on the floor and bleeding.
She looks like a nice... Her and Joe will make sure I'm always fed.
I used an emergency communication device to call for help. While I was doing that, my sister tried to wake her up. That would imply that Valerie thought that she could be resuscitated. Did she know that the professor was still alive or not? We're not sure, but she wasn't responding at all. She wasn't breathing and she didn't have a pulse. I am getting sleepy.
What time do you have to work in the morning?
I'm off tomorrow.
I'm not.
Yeah.
And I have to stream.
Yeah. So you want to call it?
I mean, do you want to finish up her lines and then end?
All right, let's go. What do you know about the suspect in this case? His name is Wallace Nightgrave. He's a student here. He's that scary kid, right? The one that raises undead? Those are just rumors.
It reminds me of, like, in appearance, just similar to Kyria, except she's too nice. She's way super nice.
He would never do anything like that.
You don't know who Kyria is.
He studies necromancy, right? Have you ever actually met him? No, but I heard that rumors. He's always hanging around the cemetery.
To be fair, Kyria canonically has daughters that are twins.
I'm sure he's just biding his time, waiting for his chance to raise an army. It can't be helped that people think of him like that, but you can't help but be a little annoyed on his behalf. What can you tell me about Catherine Bellwether?
Oh.
Jeez, nobody liked her. Yet another set of complicated emotions. Well, I guess there's no point in hiding it anymore. She was a horrible person. She was really terrible to all of us. By all of us, do you mean the academy staff? Yeah, she always treated us like her personal servants. Sometimes she'd make messes on purpose just so she could order us to clean it up. It probably sounds terrible, but I'm sure a lot of people are glad that she's gone.
Interesting.
Interesting. Now, why would you be worried about that? Did you ever feel like your job was at risk because of Bellwether? Yes, actually. She was actually planning to fire all the staff. All the staff? This can't be true, can it? The academy needs staff to function. I'm not sure about the details. It's just that Jan told us. Who's Jan? He's one of the academy's custodians. You can probably find him cleaning the hallways if you look around.
Wow.
That seems about it. I would say that would be it for tonight.
Yeah.
Oh, I know who we can raid.
Okay.
They're playing Yakuza 0, so...
Oh.
Yeah. We're gonna raid the doggo.
Okay. The doggo?
Yeah, the Chaos Doggo.
Oh.
They're playing Yakuza 0, so... Give her some loves, because she also did our PNGs for Slay the Princess.
Mm-hmm.
And have a good night, everybody.
Good night.